Great. Everybody ready to go? Testing? Great. Well, I wanted to wish everybody a very good morning and welcome you to today's events. And I wanted to also welcome all the representation that we have from the state and local level, from Senator Dodd's office, Senator Levine's office, as well as Assemblymember Agri Arcuri's office, and local representation from the City of Roanoke Park and Cotati. So my name is Leslie Lukash, and I serve as Executive Director of Zero Waste Sonoma, a local joint powers authority overseeing sustainable management of our materials. Today is a day that we celebrate the commitment Governor Newsom and the state made to youth all across California and here in Sonoma County. We are gathered in the city of Cotati at the offices of our partner, Conservation Corps North Bay, to celebrate the significant $2.5 million investment in sustainable jobs for youth of Sonoma County. But these just aren't jobs. These are good paying jobs, jobs that provide valuable work experience and a pathway for a successful career in the public sector. The governor's office made a commitment to young Californians and the financial investment to youth of a workforce to get them employed and to give them opportunities in good green jobs. When we take time to invest in our young people, we are investing in our future. It is so important that the youth workforce is recognized and valued as one day they will become leaders and will give back to our community. This investment in Sonoma County is going to change the lives of many young people who will be working to address waste diversion, climate change, feeding hungry people, and cleaning up our creeks and natural environment. These jobs are in line with the state's goal of reducing 20% of edible food waste disposed in our landfills, Sonoma County's climate initiatives, and our zero waste goals. I'm so excited to be here today to be alongside Cal volunteers, the Conservation North Bay, and our local and state representatives to initiate our project. So I'm now going to introduce our board representative from Zero Waste Sonoma, as well as Vice Mayor of Cotati. Please give me a warm welcome for Vice Mayor Susan Harvey.
Good morning. Thank you for the warm welcome, Leslie. It's really great to be here. We are here for something that is very exciting and that will really make a difference. The Conservation Corps North Bay builds the community in very important ways. First off, the young people who participate in this program may not normally be those chosen to gain job skills. They now have the opportunity to develop themselves, their work skills, through good paying jobs that serve the community. We know that things are more expensive for our young people, whether it's gas, feeding themselves, or family members, or enjoying entertainment. So the timing for this venture is right on. I want to thank the governor, the Senate, the state, the California volunteers who have come together to invest $185 million throughout the state for youth employment opportunities, as there is a lot of work to be done. Whether it's collecting edible food to serve insecure food people or cleaning litter from our waterways, we thank and know the young people are an important part of the solution going forward. Thank you to the governor's office and California volunteers for investing $2.5 million to employ 84 young people throughout Sonoma County communities. Congratulations to Zero Waste Sonoma and their staff, and the Conservation Corps and their staff for applying for funds through the California Volunteer Program and having the vision that by working together, we can better serve our youth, food insecure people, and lastly, the environment. It is my distinct pleasure to now introduce Josh Fryday, who serves as California's Chief Service Officer within the Office of Governor Gavin Newsom, to lead service, volunteer, and civic engagement efforts throughout California. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Thank you so much for having us here today on this exciting day where we get to make this announcement. Thank you, everyone, for coming, especially those smart enough to hang out in the shade in the back. Wish we could be with you. But you know, there are very few communities in the world, quite frankly, that understand and appreciate and know the impact of climate change than Sonoma County. And we know what Sonoma County and these communities and our communities have been through over the last several years. And while we've become accustomed and often look forward to Supervisor Gore's constant updates on social media about fires, we also know how serious these tragic events have become. And we know that we have to be proactive when it comes to climate change. No one knows that more than Sonoma County, which is why last year, when we were talking with Supervisor Gore and his colleagues around how do we tackle climate change while also investing in our youth, Governor Newsom and the legislature stepped up to create the California Youth Jobs Corps, a brand new program, $185 million, to hire and engage young people around the state of California to tackle our biggest needs. And we're here today, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be partnering with Zero Waste Sonoma, with the North Bay Conservation Corps, and with the cities and the counties of Sonoma to launch this program, $2.5 million investment into this community. Because we know in the United States that total, because of the lost and the wasted food, all total around 32 million cars worth of greenhouse gas emissions. Think about that. In California, we're doing our part with legislation and with work around the state to make sure that we're collecting that food and that we're making sure it doesn't end up in a landfill. But Sonoma is a leader in this work, which is why in a competitive process, we selected to partner with the County of Sonoma to make sure that young people were on the front lines of tackling climate change around food waste. And so this is a message that Governor Newsom and the legislature is sending to our young people, that not just do you have something to contribute, not just do we value you and want to give you an opportunity and make sure, as was said earlier, we give that opportunity to our opportunity youth, our formerly incarcerated, our foster youth that are transitioning, those who are involved in the substance abuse systems. We need to create those opportunities, but we're also sending a different message, and a very powerful message, which is that if we're going to actually solve these problems, food insecurity, climate change, poverty, we need our young people. We need their energy. We need their passion. We need their experience. And we need them to step up in the ways that they're going to be doing here in Sonoma with Zero Waste Sonoma and with the Conservation Corps of the North Bay. So I am so proud to be standing here today with these incredible partners. We are here to get the word out because we want young people to step up. So we're telling everyone that they can to go to cayouthjobscorps.com to find out how you can apply for this incredible opportunity here in Sonoma. And we want to make sure that we continue to support not just our youth, but that we're continuing to support the communities like Sonoma County that are literally doing the work to save our planet. And we appreciate you so much. Y ahora algo corto en español para nuestras familias que hablan español. Youth Jobs Corps es un programa nuevo que ayudará a los jóvenes del condado de Sonoma a encontrar empleo centrado en ayudar en la comunidad. El estado de California y el condado de Sonoma estamos trabajando juntos para crear oportunidades para nuestros jóvenes. Este programa ayuda a los jóvenes, ayuda a la comunidad y ayuda al estado. Todos ganamos. And so I want to say a huge thank you first to the legislature for funding and supporting this effort, the Senator Dodd, the Assembly members Levine and Aguiar Curry, whose representatives are here today with us. I want to thank the County of Sonoma, my good friend Supervisor Gore, who was not only instrumental in securing this funding for the state with his leadership role at the state level with the County Association, Statewide Association of Counties, but for his national leadership with the counties, for taking the work that's being done in Sonoma and taking it national, and for making sure that we're bringing this money back to Sonoma and back to these communities. I want to thank our local representatives who are all here to support this effort, and especially Conservation Corps of the North Bay, Zero Waste Sonoma, for being our incredible partners in this work. And most important, I want to thank the young people of this community and of the state of California who are stepping up in huge ways to make sure that we have safe communities now and in the future. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for being a part of the solution. And now it's time for us to get to work. Thank you.
Results, getting stuff done each and every day. We live in tumultuous times. Disruptions, distractions, disasters, fires, floods, pandemic, drought, social unrest, homelessness, affordable housing, mental health. Each and every day there are people in our communities who step up and they pursue progress in the only way that you can really achieve progress. Imperfect, relentless, forward, step by step. Who are the ones that are going to lead us into the future? As much as each and every day we hear about all the problems that exist, and we hear those of my generation and older talk about the younger generation, the Gen Xers talking about the Zs, the millennials, what are they doing? The solution is in our youth. Just like in the days following the Dust Bowl in the 30s, that we created a civilian conservation corps throughout this country to fix the problems that we had created by overdeveloping with wrong kind of management practices, other things in the streets. We face today a crisis not only existentially with these disasters, but in our communities that requires imperfect, relentless progress at the hands built into calluses by the youth. And by the youth who embrace service as a way to find yourself in this world. Finding yourself in service is why I stand here before you, not as an elected official, but as a returned Peace Corps volunteer from 2003 to 2005, who believes each and every day. It's why the individuals behind me, whether they're city council members, whether they're a nonprofit, whether they're the chief service officer, whether they're across the board representing our communities each and every day, we're trying to ignite the what's next. And we know we can't do it alone, that the we has to be much larger than government or nonprofit or private. So it is our challenge, and our challenge is to set the right kind of fire in our communities. Instead of this energy that's been burning us, it's to ignite the potential of our youth. And this is the program that's going to do it. You're talking about climate, food insecurity, continued development, recovery from the pandemic, America Rescue Plan Act funding, and we're talking about getting it done on the ground. Josh Fryday and I sat in a restaurant maybe 14 years ago. Neither of us in these positions, neither of us elected. Him as a former JAG officer in the Navy, me as a returned Peace Corps volunteer. A couple of North Bay kids who were out in DC cutting our teeth and just trying to get busy and into civic life. And we talked about this. We talked about what we had gained from service. And I want to tell everybody out there, please apply for this. Please get busy. Our world depends on you getting involved in your local community. And as an aside, I just want to thank the individuals who are here with us and those not here. My colleague David Rabbit, who represents this district. I also saw a representative from Senator McGuire's office that's championed this program in the legislature, along with the assembly members and Senator Dodd. And I want to pass it over right now to Angel Minor. Conservation Corps North Bay, long-standing institution, doing the work we've been talking about, but leading us forward into the future by connecting the youth to the future. Thank you so much.
So welcome. We haven't had anybody here in our little Katati facility here for quite some time. So to have a crowd like this is really amazing. And it really reminds us, we're celebrating our 40th year this year. And none of that happens without all the elected officials and all the support and our community leaders and our state leaders helping to fund these programs and to decide that helping youth and focusing on workforce is really a priority for the state and for our community. So thank you all for coming, and we'll do a nice tour, show off our facility here. But I want to talk a little bit about what this means to our program. And for us, You know, this is not something that we could apply for, that we could do directly. We could never do this without Zero Waste Sonoma and the partnership that they've joined with us. And so a huge thank you to them, and thank you to everybody who does the work. And now sort of that scary part is July 1st hit, and now it's like, oh, we have to do this now. So here we are, and we're excited about it, and we're excited for all the folks here that are going to actually make this happen. But a few of the details, I think some folks covered this, but this is going to impact directly 84 individuals. And they're going to get a number of certified trainings, all of those trainings to help support the job they're doing here, but the job they're going to get, right? So they're going to start here making more than minimum wage. They have opportunities to grow within Ccnb in their career here. This funding also comes in and helps support our Career Pathways program. So it's not about just coming in and doing some work and getting some skills, but we want to help them figure out, you know, how to have life skills, how to figure out how to be successful on your own once you leave here. It's not about just being successful here, and helping them find that career. So if that is a green jobs career, then absolutely, this program is exactly what we want to be doing, but we also might help them explore other careers that they have an interest in. And we're going to help them get those jobs, and we're going to support them for 2 years after they leave. So this funding is not just about, you know, the work they're going to do next month or a training class. This is wraparound services and support for them for years to come. And so this kind of funding and this impact to our organization and what it's going to do for our young people is really significant. And lets us breathe a sigh of relief around funding for a change, and not worry about next month. So thank you very much for that. It's something we always worry about. But the reality is that, you know, everybody that works here and everybody that's going to work hard on this program, you know, they give 110%. So a huge shout out to those of you that are here. But what I'd really like to focus on is spending some time with our core members, because they're the ones who are being impacted. They're the ones that are getting this amazing opportunity. And so I'd like to introduce them and have them actually, well, come up and introduce themselves and talk a little bit about their experience. You guys want to come up? So if you guys want to just introduce yourselves really quickly.
I'm Esme. I work here in the Katati site with Zero Waste.
And I'm Phoebe. I also work in Katati on the Zero Waste side.
All right, so a couple of quick questions for you guys. All right, can you describe what your day-to-day is like here at Ccnb in the Zero Waste Department?
Well, every day is different. We go do different projects. So sometimes we'll go pick up recycling at like state beaches and state parks, and other days we'll do like tire scouting, which is like when we just go around the city and look for tires like on the side of the road that people leave, and we pick them up and bring them back. You want to tell them like what else we do?
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. It does kind of vary day to day. We'll take like the box truck and do the e-waste pickups and stuff, but it really it depends on the day and what the needs are. Like we learn a lot of different stuff. Like I really like doing the gleaning. Picking fruits and vegetables. It kind of depends. There's a lot of different stuff.
So next question, why did you join this program?
I actually joined this program to get my diploma, but a lot of the things that I have learned here I wouldn't know if I didn't like come to this program. Like for example, I have my forklift training, I have a gleaning certificate. So even though I came for school, they're teaching me a lot of skills that will be useful in the future.
Yeah, and I kind of just like gaining all of those skills that we get here, but I also like that when I saw this program, I like that it was like environmentalism and not just every other job that I'd had. It didn't have that focus, and it's really nice to not only be able to learn and get those skills, but know that you're helping the planet too.
Yeah, I think that's also what's cool about this job is that you don't, you work, but you're also giving back to the community and doing other things.
Okay, and what is your favorite part of the job?
Okay, to be honest, my favorite part doesn't really have to do with the job. It's more about the community that you come and work with. The people here are amazing, and they just make you feel at home as soon as you get here.
Yeah, I'd have to agree that I haven't been on any other jobs where I felt so much like we work like a team, and so that is like a really nice aspect to being here.
So describe things you've learned since you have joined the program.
Well, we have earned a couple of certificates. I do have my forklift certificate and tire lacing. there's all sorts of different like certificates that you could get on the other side of things. Like I've also learned to use power tools and get that kind of experience. But mostly it's really nice to be able to work outdoors and be able to work hard. And I don't know, I haven't had that kind of an opportunity before except with Ccnb, so that's really cool.
I feel like they teach you a lot of professionalism too. Like I learned a lot about time management and how to get to work on time.
So last question for you guys. What would you say to somebody if you wanted them to come and join our program? How would you describe
I
it?
would tell them to come. I would say that it's a great opportunity to learn new skills, even if it's not the field that you might want, you know. Even for kids like me who don't have their diploma, like I dropped out. So this is like a huge opportunity for me that's going to help me in the long run.
Yeah, I would recommend this program to anybody who's young and thinks that they could give it a shot. Like, I wasn't completely sure if I would be able to handle it at first, but once you really get into it, like the hard work really pays off, and it has like a lot of learning opportunities, and you get to, there's a lot of like...
They help you grow a lot. They do. Like I'm literally sweating up here. I would not be doing this like a year ago.
You're killing it.
Yeah, so they push you to be your best self, and I think that that's important in the community that you want to put yourself in.
All right. Thank you guys.
And that's why we're here.
Wow, I don't know how to top that. That was pretty inspirational. I just want to say we actually have one of our staff members who came from the Corps doing some leadership at the Corps, and actually one of the supervisors here at the Corps came from Zero Waste Sonoma. So we do have a strong connection, and I really value the partnership that we have with the Conservation Corps North Bay. So with that, I truly want to thank the governor for this funding opportunity, Josh Fryday for coming down from Sacramento, our local representation from Supervisor Gore, Vice Mayor Harvey. From the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate this program, and I'm really excited to see what great things we can do here in Sonoma County. So with that, I open up a tour to look at the facility and meet the Corps members and see the great work that we've already started thanks to this Cal Volunteers grant. So thank you.